Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise on Nintendo Switch. Oh boy, okay, so now I have some more clues. There's some more locations open up. I should go have something to eat, I think. In real life too. But I have a hard time eating today.
How's your mama? So, you're that hotshot FBI agent I keep hearing about.
And who might you be?
I came to claim the body of my daughter. My daughter, who was murdered in a holding cell after you detained her yesterday.
Philip J. Clarkston.
Zach, I wasn't expecting to run into the final boss this early. You must be the head of the Clarkson family, P.J. Clarkson. And you've come to claim the body of Galena Clarkson, whose dismembered corpse was found early this morning. Is that correct? Where did you learn that Galena had been murdered? Zach and I just learned of the news ourselves.
This is Lou Carré. And I am P.J. Clarkson. There ain't a single thing I don't know about this town.
I see. So then you must also know about the Severed Roots ritual. I have a question for you, Philip. We suspect that Galena was murdered by someone from the Clarkson family. Have you given that possibility any consideration?
Listen up, you FBI piece of shit. You better watch your manners around my pa.
Shut up, Daniel.
But, sir... My bad, sir.
I'll have you know I once had 3 children. But I must not have raised them very well, because my son and my eldest daughter both ran away and never came back to me. The only one who stayed by my side was my second daughter, Galena. Then she done married Daniel here into the family and presented me with both an heir and a granddaughter. Seemed for a while as if things were finally starting to calm down. But then, someone corrupted both Galena and Lise. And I lost everything. Well, aside from my shit-heel son-in-law, that is. You understand me, FBI?
Go.
That doesn't mean the Clarksons are automatically innocent, though. Humans don't always act out of self-interest, do they?
That mouth. You're starting to sound more and more like your mother. We're leaving, Daniel.
What? But my treasure...
Now, whether you end up being an angel or a demon, I reckon you're the man I've been waiting for all this time. Once you finish that autopsy, and we're clear to take her home, I want you to give me a call.
They're phenomenal, Patty. So perfectly rural. Ominous statements, foul-mouthed insults. This town possesses a complicated system of communication that you just can't find in the city. Work-centric emails are so cold and lifeless. This is what true human connections feel like. Connections as visceral as blood itself.
So, Agent York, what's next on your agenda?
The last boss may have gotten the jump on us, Patty, but I didn't let him shake my resolve. I intend to obey the skeletal gentleman's oracles, and that's that. First, we should head to either the home of the person who discovered Lisa's body, or to the town's medical facility. Well, Zach, what do you think?
But let's first have some dinner. Yeah. Dinner sounds good. Breakfast?
Were you thinking about Galena, too? And all the other women we've seen so far on our travels across the states? Zach, I'm right, aren't I? This is a vast country. Incredibly vast. And it's mostly composed of mountains, deserts, and farmland. With small towns scattered about here and there. That's how America looks to me. Compared to the scale of this entire country, New York, Chicago, and LA are all microscopic. Sometimes they even feel like figments of my imagination. Think back to what Las Vegas looked like. We were driving up I-15. It was a mirage. And TV and movies dress up those mirages and broadcast them to people all around the world. Meanwhile, American women become fascinated by the gorgeous city lights and are drawn toward those illusions. The very same women who were chosen as prom queens in their small towns. In the end, all they find are ghosts. Once their eyes adjust to that blinding light, they realize there's nothing but vanity and lust surrounding them. They finally figure out that it was all in their heads. Then they quickly try to satisfy themselves with something else. Drugs. And drugs are the gateway to a whole pantheon of crime. Zach, remember what you told me once? The women who turn to crime aren't the evil ones. The drugs aren't evil either. They're nothing but chemicals. The ones who feed off those women and use them. They're the ones to hate. Let's go, Zach. We need to find the person who's hiding behind Galena and drag them out into the blazing southern sun.
Oh, okay. It's already selected. This place open? I'm gonna keep his hunger levels up. Or down. To keep his hunger levels down, you have to make sure the meter is up.
The air out there don't feel right today. You feel it too, honey? Oh, coming right up, honey. I'll put my heart and soul into it.
Fill me up well, huh?
Come back anytime, honey. You ain't gonna find any better Cajun food in all of Louisiana.
Ah, who's this? Can I interview her? Fine, we'll get on with the case. This is the worst part when it looks like it freezes, so then you're not really sure if the game is frozen or if it's just accessing something. So far I've been lucky enough to not have anything just out and out freeze. But you know, probably my luck won't last forever. Any indication.
If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the body. Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds me of Duluth, Minnesota. Remember what happened there? That man went to such...
What the hell's this? Oh, it's just a vending machine. I was like, what? Is that something new?
Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why? I've become obsessed with bridges, Zach, and there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw on our way here? Back when we were driving that hybrid car before we switched over to the skateboard. We passed over the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, the longest bridge over water in the entire world. Remember the sudden downpour that made it impossible for us to see the road? The rain was so torrential that we couldn't see more than a few miles ahead of us. I'm sure local drivers are used to that sort of thing. They were all going normal speeds. I'll bet that scene reminded you of a certain film, or perhaps a certain person. Violent City, 1970, directed by Sergio Salini. I only ever saw it on TV when I was a kid, so I don't remember it very well. But I definitely remember that it featured a bridge, a long bridge, during the New Orleans part. That's the one thing I remember. That bridge must have been the lake.
Hey, Agent York. Just so you know, dealing with Pastor Sanders is gonna be a big pain in the butt.
A big pain in the butt?
That's what I said. But I guess you have no choice but to obey your oracle, huh?
We have no choice. But they always lead to good choices. At least as far as my mind is concerned.
I don't like hospitals.
Why not?
They soup folks up with medicine, cut 'em up, and then they try and act like they're your friends. Something ain't right about that, you know. It goes against the laws of nature. Plus, this is a church. So you got a pastor, a servant of God, actually playing God with his patients.
I think you have a point there, Patty. These days, we can neither determine death nor reproduce without the help of modern medicine. Yeah, our world's become quite an unnatural one. Oh, excuse me.
This is Carré. You need to watch where you're going, or someone might end up tripping you.
Zach, it's her. The stylish woman who watched Lise die.
I've been waiting for you, lost lamb.
Hi there, Pastor. Would you mind letting go of me? I'm in a bit of a hurry right now.
So pitiful. The Lord hungers.
Here we go again.
What?
Pitiful. Truly pitiful, my little lamb.
No, neither Zack nor I...
Oh, so pitiful. So pitiful, just pitiful. The Lord hungers. 1 can of Spam, 1 can of red beans, and 1 can of spinach. You are to offer up the taboo trinity.
Taboo? Don't you mean the holy...
Oh, how I pity you. Unlike us humans, the Lord never errs. Now, my pitiful agent, bring forth the taboo trinity at once. For it is the will of the Lord our God.
See? I told you this was gonna be a pain in the butt.
But Zack and I need to go after that stylish woman.
Too late now. We need to obey God's will.
The Lord hungers!
Come on, hurry it up. We need to go.
Well, Zack, I don't know what to say. First an oracle, and now an order from God? Maybe this is the trial that will yield the ticket to the goddess. Either way, it looks like we have no choice but to gather the taboo trinity. I guess it just goes to show that small towns are always filled with the bizarre and unpredictable.
Let's see. Order red beans and rice. Oh boy. Okay. Stuff to do. A lot of stuff to do. Church and hospital, huh? Oh, the game is so weird. But in a wonderful way. Just imagine if we played all this way, and then right after this mission, we played as PJ, going after York. Oh, that would be ridiculous. Who would ever do something stupid like that? Just switch to protagonist. Must be the stupidest idea ever. Especially in a sequel. Well, thankfully nobody would ever do that. That sounds ridiculous. I mean, pretty much anybody can tell you that's a stupid idea. Oh, wait a minute. Did I unlock this one? I don't think I did. Huh? Honestly, the skateboard isn't that bad. I mean... the town isn't that big, so... and the skateboard travels just fast enough. I said, I'm just happy that it controls well. Deadly Premonition, man, that did not control well at all. And there are people that say that the...
This town sure is peaceful, Zack. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here, to protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
There are people that say that the 360 version of Deadly Premonition actually ran okay, but yeah, no, it did not run okay. It was still garbage like everything else. It was just less garbage than the PlayStation 3 and the Switch version, but still a hot mess. Thankfully, story and characters are always good in that game, and so far it's turning out that story and character is good in this game as well. And they improved the action sequences by tenfold. I mean, it's actually kind of enjoyable to play the action sequences, certainly compared to the original game.
Do you carry any canned goods here?
Canned goods? The vermin of the grocery store? Nay, I think not.
Understood, Mirror. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Wait. Yes, I can see it. I can see the canned good thou seeketh.
How intriguing. Well then, where is the canned good I seek?
In a place where no man could ever peddle it.
I see. In a place where it can't be bought from a person. Got it, Mirror.
'Twas but a trifle. For the Lord hungers, doth he not?
Zach, it's in a vending machine. It appears that God wants us to go on a wild goose chase all around town.
And I said I've played lots of games on here, lots of cutting edge games. I have a cutting edge PC, so I generally chase after a good looking title and try to buy it on a platform where I can get the best performance out of it. But every once in a while, the performance doesn't matter so much if the game itself is quality, and if I can still get the essence of a game, like we did with AI, the Somnium Files. It would have been nice to have it on PC with sharper visuals. But I enjoyed my time with it on the Switch. I never really felt that I really missed out on anything. So, as long as the content is good, I'm always willing to forgive some technical issues. But as soon as the game becomes annoying, then all the things that you don't like really start to pick at you. So that's why, sometimes a game which is not really consistent performance-wise, I'll give a pass on because I've had a good time playing it, or the story's been intriguing. Maybe it's on a clearly superior system, but I haven't had fun playing it, or things annoy me that happen too often to ignore. Then all of the things start to stack up, and,
Hey, wanna talk
your
about
enjoyment
bridges?
reduces down to zero.
I've become obsessed with bridges, Zach, and there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw on our way here? Back when we were driving that hump? Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand. And Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, is this where I get the spam? Did I actually call it spam? I don't know. Oh, I'm full. Wait, why am I full? Does it count if I... Okay, so it doesn't count against me then.
Mr. York. Spam, huh? You a pot of meat kind of guy?
No, Melvin. I've simply gotten myself tangled up in a little mess.
Oh, I get it. Mr. York. The Lord hungers, right?
Yes, apparently the Lord is starving, and I'm a lamb with no sense of direction.
Alright, where are we going now?
Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why? I've become obsessed with bridges, Zach, and there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw on our way here? Back when we were driving that hybrid car before we switched over to the skateboard. We passed over the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, the longest bridge over water in the entire world. Remember the sudden downpour that made it impossible for us to see the road? The rain was so torrential that we couldn't see more than a few miles ahead of us. I'm sure local drivers are used to that sort of thing. They were all...
Yeah, it's almost a shame that it has to load in interior sequences, but, you know, every game does. The very few games have enough active memory to make that a smooth transition. And, going into a location is never really bad. It's just going outside to the open world that's bad.
Ugh, the air.
Yeah, okay, sure, pretty good to order that.
Alexis, could I have some red beans and rice?
Oh, my Lord. Sorry, honey, but no can do. We only serve red beans and rice on Mondays. That's a meal you eat when you're busy, like folks usually are on Monday. It's been a tradition here in Louisiana for as long as I can remember. Wait, honey, don't tell me. You're the type who does your laundry every day? Oh.
Tradition, Zach. This is it. The Deep South. Louisiana. We need to obey tradition here and come back on Monday.
Oh, what day is today? Oh, it's Wednesday. Okay. Oh, we got a while. We got a while before we'll finish this one then. Oh, I did forget to change my clothes, didn't I? I'm gonna start stinking up here soon.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one.
Of course, I don't know if my suit came back from the cleaners yet. I gotta find some other suits. I don't know how many there are in this game. There were quite a few in the original. We need 19 hours. 19 hours, really? Hmm. Oh, that's a statue. I was like, what? Okay, where's the next location then?
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess.
Can't
All
see where the
busted
toilets.
up and undergoing maintenance.
Oh, it's
The
Monday.
city was built on a swamp, so
Alright,
the
let's go to
ground
the
was
location
soft.
then, while we're at it.
All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place, for better or worse. It's a good example of how allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly, even to total strangers? Both here and in New Orleans, I've been amazed at how cordial everyone is. Is it just the way things are down here? You certainly don't see that sort of thing in New York or D.C. They never stop to chit-chat, especially when ordering food. They only say what's necessary, without any decoration. The customer only makes eye contact with the waiter about once every 3 times they interact. But that's just how it is. Isn't that right, Zach? The human relationships here are as fluid as an inorganic mechanism running on the smoothest, purest oil there is. And it feels strangely comfortable after spending time in New Orleans and coming here. I think I'm starting to like the Southern disposition. They even have their own breed of bizarre crimes. And besides, the New Orleans area is famous for its paranormal culture. I'm sure it'll entertain us somehow. It's still a bit of
Spinach.
Zach, we finally found our can of spinach. Look, Zach. Even this vending machine is managed by Clarkson Food Delivery Services. But who in their right mind would sell canned goods in a vending machine in the middle of nowhere? I only hope that it's not expired.
It's really just a coincidence. I just saw one. Went. I'm glad they laid it out, along the way It's not like in some
Were you
remote
thinking
corner
about Galena
that-
too? And all the other women we've seen so far on our travels across the states. Zach, I'm right, aren't I? This is a vast country. Incredibly vast. And it's mostly composed of mountains, deserts, and farmland, with small towns scattered about here and there.
Swamp tours, business hours, Monday through Thursday, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tour area, Thompson's Farm, 1 to 8. So I should be.
Okay, Zach. It's time to put our skills to the test.
No, no.
Well, Zach, it seems as if we've reached an impasse. I'm afraid we won't be able to proceed any further like this.
The Carré Tiger to DC Eagle? Is everything alright?
Hello, Melvin. Sadly, my darling just gave out on me.
Your darling? You mean...
Yes, that's right. My beloved skateboard. I know the chances are slim, but do you happen to know of any establishments in town that can repair skateboards? Please, I hope this doesn't offend you. Neither Zach nor I would ever dare to assume that a remote country town like this would have a skateboard shop in it. But perhaps you have at least one eccentric who likes to tinker with them in their spare time.
I know just the person.
I do too. We've been trying to go to their house for a while.
Bass player by night, trick master by day. God blessed her with 2 talents, and her name is Emma Sanders.
Emma?
That's right. She's Pastor Sanders' adopted daughter, and was also Lise Clarkson's best friend. Emma really knows her stuff. She's got tools and a mountain of parts, so I'm sure she'll be able to help.
I owe you one, Melvin. Zach, I never thought we'd find our very own skateboard mentor out here in the sticks. Let's head straight to Emma. What is it, Zach? Why didn't I just ask the sheriff to tow away the old cars? But isn't it obvious? I want to overcome this obstacle using my own strength. In fact, I want to soar over it.
No, okay. The lizard that we cursed her with. Oh, that's right. I don't have a skateboard. Okay, where is it around here? Oh, it's all the way to the other end of town. Well, where's the nearest place we can go to so we can call the it is a pain just walking. His stamina drops so fast. And sometimes if it's like at like 30% or 28%, it doesn't start to regain itself until you use your stamina just a little bit more. Seems like a little bug in the game. Even if we use our service, how close can we actually get? Guess we can get here to the bridge. Yeah. It's cheap. And I'm assuming we can unlock that location as soon as we get to it. Oh, what's this? Sugarcane stem. Right, picking up somebody's used sugarcane. It's too bad you can't raise your stamina level somehow. There we go. Emma's Skateboard Workshop.
Hey, Agent York. I feel like someone's in there. Let's go and see.
Huh? What do y'all want? I'm kind of busy here.
Emma Sanders.
Hi there. Are you Emma?
Yeah. Who are you?
Francis York Morgan. I'm an FBI special agent. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent York? So, what does the FBI want with little old me? I already told the police everything I know about Lise.
Emma, I haven't come here to talk to you about Lise. Although I suppose it's sort of connected in a way. My darling is broken, and I need you to fix her.
You call your board your darling? I never heard that one before. All right, let me see it. I'll try and assess the damage. I replaced all your trucks, wheels, and gave you some brand new deck tape. Also, you were missing a tail guard, so I put one on for you. That way you should be able to do a few tricks here and there without any risk of damage. Well, what do you think?
It's beautiful, Emma.
The wheels were scraped down and the base plate screws were all about to fall out. Oh, and the axles were also warped. It was pretty much in critical condition. Now, what I want to know is, how did it get that way?
Well, my car was stolen on my way here from Houston. So, I switched over to my darling and rode her here instead.
You know, you're crazier than you look.
Emma, would you mind answering another crazy question for me? I want to use this board to soar, literally. Would you mind teaching me a trick that would allow me to do so?
You mean you want to do a wally? Ooh, well, I'd be happy to teach you how, but it's too cramped in here. Oh, I know where we should go. You want to learn too? You sure? Seems like you're interested. Whatever. I know you're just gonna come along anyway. So you should at least learn the basics.
Why does she want to learn? Seems unusual for her. She's pretty adventurous. Abandoned factory.
Okay, Agent York. Now we should have enough room to practice. I'll show you how it's done first, then you just practice till you learn how to do it, okay?
Oh, we ran into our first major crash. Oh boy. Won't be the last one, apparently. I mean, it's pretty good. We've been playing for, what, 10 hours now? Somewhere around there. It hadn't crashed up until then. Although it did crash before we could save, which is, that's the part that's a shame. Let's see how far the autosave gets us. I mean, it's kind of close to when we're going to end the session anyway, but still. Okay, good. You you learned how to do a wally. A wally is an important trick that lets you use kicker ramps to jump over tall obstacles. Press L at the right timing and soar. You can access skateboard courses from any of the special graffiti marks. Simply collect all the flags before time runs out to win. Collect every flag quickly and will boost your score, and as will performing tricks. Try to perform tricks at the right timing to show off in style. Be sure to track down all graffiti and finish all the courses. Okay, is there a save right here somewhere? No? I can unlock that though. Oh, you can get all sorts of stuff. Cola. Official. It's kind of cool. There's a new skateboard trick, Wally. Do Wally get beyond the abandoned train, then Duck Chuck. Yay!
That was perfect!
Yeah. Thank you, Emma. I only learned that new trick thanks to your guidance. Now I'm sure that Zack and I will be able to reach our destination without any trouble at all. Thank you for assisting in the investigation.
Glad to be of service. If your board breaks again, or you feel like customizing it a bit more, just stop on by my workshop. I'm pretty much always there during the day. I'm also taking some time off school because of what happened with Lise. Skating and playing music are the only things that help me escape the pain of losing her.
Zack, did you see the expression on her face just now? She works hard to act cheerful, but she's yet another person who was hurt by the tragedy. Lisa's death is like wildfire, spreading embers of sadness throughout the entire town.
And the skate workshop has been unlocked. Incense has been unlocked. Skating has been unlocked. F063. For level skating. Okay, sure. Wait, there is no phone booth in here, is there? Oh, there is. Okay. There's one. I know, it'd be funny thinking 10 or 15 years that nobody will even know what that looks like anymore. Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.